During her campaign, she promised one thing, and that was that she would launch a investigation about Trump's finances, business deals, um, and to basically check whether Trump is doing any criminal act has whether he has been doing any criminal activities, basically tax evasion of whatever other financial improperties, improper. Jesus Christ, this
Proprietor.
is a bad day. Proprietaries, yeah. Uh, it's a bad day, man.
It's a public school.
Anyway, uh,
Did you go to public school by the way, or did you go to private school?
well, I don't know what it is. No,
you
I'm just
paid.
kidding.
Oh, you paid a lot. That's all
I
it is.
paid, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's
Uh,
continue. Um, she yeah, she got elected as a attorney general in 2018 based on this promise, and yeah, her time is now up. In 2022 is the re-election, and she opted to choose for that. And the date for voting is the 8th of November. So in these past 4 years, she has just 2 months left to basically do something with that promise, because in these past 4 years she hasn't had any results regarding yeah, that statement she basically said during her campaign. So November is coming, and I have to say it's an interesting time to file the lawsuit. um, the question you can always also answer, if she's filing the lawsuit to still have something to run on.
yeah. I think
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah. I think. I know. I believe that I know. Uh, I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence, and
Mm.
the fact that it's a political, because she is a Democrat. I don't recall if you already said that, but I read that she's a Democrat. Like
Yes.
she the attorney generals get elected, so they actually have to run campaigns as well. And yeah, I think that that's pretty. I think that makes it what do you say? That makes it, it's a bit suspicious. Definitely
Hmm.
suspicious. The timing is very off, or maybe on.
Or on. Yeah,
Yeah,
what I was about to say.
I think the timing is on, and definitely what I also think is that the what's interesting to me is how the media, and especially the left wing media, they take it and run the story in a certain way, and the right media takes the story and runs it in a certain way, um, and the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? The truth is
Always.
is somewhere in the middle, but they don't mention the left left wing media don't mention that she's a Democrat,
Mm.
and the right wing media mentions it immediately to discredit
Mm.
what is being said.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I think I don't think it's black and white, because she might be a Democrat, she might be, or no, she is a Democrat, but she might be doing it to ensure her her seat as the Attorney General, for sure. I believe that definitely plays a role, especially if you do
Yep.
it right now, 2 months before before the elections. But that does not mean necessarily that Trump is innocent either. That's what I mean with
Yep.
the truth is somewhere
Yeah.
in the middle. The question is that if this is purely motivated or mainly motivated to ensure that she gets reelected, what will she do if she gets reelected? Because for almost 4 years she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Will she keep pursuing the case, or will she then, so after the 2 months, if she's reelected, say, okay, it's done, I'm gonna let this one die off as well. And because the damage is already done to Trump's reputation, because people don't really follow the case, they follow the news, and they
Yeah.
will always say, yeah, Trump did this, etc. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I think that's one thing you always have to take into account, the timing, because one thing I've learned about politics, the short time I've been on this earth, just a short time, is that timing is everything when it comes to politics. And definitely, if you're doing something around election time, you want to be a headliner.
Yeah,
And also, so your name has to ring bells. People have to, and maybe it was a perfect timing. Maybe she had, like you said, you have two different sides, and they both shed the light on the topic very differently. And
yeah.
maybe she has something, and she
Maybe she
just
had
wanted
it from
to,
the start.
yeah, and just she wanted to
She
wait,
just, yeah,
hold it back
yeah,
until she's
yeah.
ready,
And not
because
if she did it too early. I don't mean to interrupt you, but if she did it too early, then perhaps it could have died off, or it could have backfired,
yeah,
and then
you lose
they would have
momentum.
said, hey, yeah, no, but not only lose momentum. Imagine if Trump had won, if she started it before, then she would be the attorney general that started the
You took
case
a
against
L.
Trump, and yeah, and lost. So she had to, it was a perfect timing. I mean,
It's if you look at it from that perspective, it's perfect indeed, because you never know what happens after the show until you sign up for the sequel.
exactly.